Finding a good WordPress language plugin isn't easy, but I've got one to show you guys today called Convey This. They're a multilingual language converter which is essentially free for most users, and we're going to take a look at them and review them in today's video. So why would you have a language translator on your website? Well, you don't always have native English speakers viewing your website, especially for important things like, say, financial advice. You want to make sure that those non-native speakers can come to that website and read it and understand it. And Google Translate, for example, might not do a very good job at this. So this is where Convey This comes along. It uses machine learning, artificial intelligence, and the translation is a lot better. That way you can make sure that your audience can understand what's going on, especially if they don't speak English. Quick disclaimer, this is sponsored content, and that's great because it really supports me and this channel, so I hope you guys really like it. My name's Adrian, and I do videos around design and development, so if you haven't already, hit like and subscribe, and let's just jump straight into this. Let's take a quick look at their website over here. And from what I can see, they're a multilingual website plugin, and they support a heap of languages. From what I can see, they have a simple visual editor here, as well as a couple of other things, such as using AI to do the translation, making sure that it works for e-commerce. So that's pretty cool. Their integration doesn't work just with WordPress, but it looks like it works with Shopify and Weebly, as well as WooCommerce and other things, which is pretty cool. And if we have a look here, they do seem like they're focused in on making sure that they're essentially meeting the entire market they can. There is some pricing here as well. And here I assume this is if you have really large sites and you need quite a lot translated, then you're gonna need to go in for some of their premium marketing options here. But if we take a look at more information about their pricing, the single language conversion, which does a standard for most websites, is essentially free, so that's good to get you up started. Anyway, we're gonna test out the WordPress version for this because I run with a lot of WordPress websites. And for this, there's a couple of different examples on how to get it up and running, but we're just gonna try the standard one, which is jumping into the plugin section on WordPress, giving it a search and installing it. From there, we'll put in an API key, so we'll probably have to register to get that, and we'll give it a test on one of our example websites. To start off, we'll register for a new account. And when that's done, it'll shoot you off an email where you can activate your account. From there, we'll be taken to a page here where we can select our plan. And in this case, I'm just going to select the free plan. That'll get us up and running, and all we need to do now is generate an API key. Now, I'm just going to be testing this, so I'm just going to be running it on localhost, but I assume you'll need to put in a domain name in here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put in a HTTP localhost what domain should I put it on in this case? Maybe our FCN domain. So that's fcn.localhost. Let's save that and put that in. And what we'll do is we'll just use this tag over here. Now, what we might want to do is select a source language. And we can select some languages for it to translate into. But before we do that, let's jump onto the website, which is just over here. I'm going to log into the backend, and I'm going to install the plugin for Convey This. And this should be pretty simple. I'm just going to head into plugins, and we're going to click add new plugin. In here, we'll search up Convey This, and hopefully there's only one result. Which, let's have a look. There it is. And we're just going to hit install on that. This should install everything we need to get it up and running, and we'll just activate it and put in the API key, which is just over here. So now that that's installed, let's activate it. And that's almost done. Here it is. And what we're going to do is we're going to go into the settings for it. And let's put that API key in. Let's see if that takes effect immediately. We can also select a source language. So in this case, it's English, and maybe we'll leave the rest blank. We've got some more options on here as well. If we select those, it has a look here. It redirects the visitors automatically to the language they need. Here we can hide the logo or show it. We've got some other things here, such as translating the media and translating PDFs, which is pretty cool. I might check that out a little bit later. Otherwise, all the other stuff is just generic stuff. We can even block out certain pages so that it doesn't translate on those. So now that that's up and running, let's see what's happening here. So we have to specify a language. So what I might do is, I'm Polish as well, so I might put in Polish and see how that goes. Let's save that and see how it works. We'll hit preview here, and here's the target language and source language. So this is all done now. So let's give it a preview. We want to preview it in Polish, so I'm just going to select this down here, and let's load into our website and see what happens. I'm going to refresh it, and here we have a little plugin at the bottom, and I'm going to select Polish. This is now loading up, and let's see what happens. Now, in case you guys didn't see that, that little plugin is just there on the bottom right. And great, there we've got our translation complete. If we go through, all the elements seem to have been updated quite well there. All the blog posts, all the URLs, yeah, no, that's really translated everything very well. So let's check out some of the other stuff that can be done here. We also have a section here to edit the translations if they don't make sense. And this takes us to the Convey This website. And here we can have a look at the My Translations. We've got a visual editor, and I'm running on localhost, so that might not work, but we can jump here into the normal text editor. And here we can see all the things that are being converted. In my case, these are the menu items here from WordPress. And as we keep going across, here we have some of these sections for the menu, the About Us page, and as we keep going down, it seems to be going through that page bit by bit. Here, for example, we can have a look at our page, and that's over in here. And here we've got financial counseling. And we could change that. If we keep scrolling down and have a look here to find a financial counselor, we've got a translation, but we might not want all of that. So we could rename it, and maybe we hit save on that. And I assume that'll automatically update. So now if we refresh the page and go to a Polish version, then it should automatically update that section. So let's take a look over here. We'll scroll down, and here we can see that it's automatically updated that section with the text we've set in there, which is pretty cool. There's other things that we can probably do in here as well. Let's have a look back into the settings in WordPress. So we'll go back into the plugin options, and we have some more options in there. We can redirect them to a specific language based on the browser. But this isn't available on the free package, so we might not give this a try. But there's some other stuff too. We can say update the styling that we have here for the language section. So we could have a square box, a circle box. We can have short or no text, and we can even paste it in wherever we want with some custom divs. But in this case, I'm going to keep it all standard. The only difference I might do is put it on the top left. And we'll hit save on that and just see if it updates in our design, because my head was in the way before and you guys might not have been able to see that. So with it at the top left now, we can see it's just here next to the logo. And this way, if anyone in any other languages has some counseling issues, they can translate the website across and they'll be able to read that very easily. Convey This has a pretty good system. It was easy to get up and running, and to be honest, I was pretty happy with the options available to get the customization and languages adopted. Obviously, if you have a really large-scale website, they could be very useful in saving time, because I know that Google Translate just doesn't work very well sometimes. Anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. If you did, leave a thumbs up, subscribe, otherwise I'll see you in the next one. Thanks.